Pixar, masters of world building, characters, emotion, and story. But what can YouTubers learn from Pixar? And we can learn a lot about storytelling, which is super important. And they have the 22 rules of storytelling. And there's 10 of them that I think every YouTuber needs to know. The first one is keep in mind what's interesting to you as an audience, not what's fun to do as a writer. They can be very different. And this is totally true for YouTubers. You want to put yourself in the viewer's shoes and not just make stuff that you find interesting yourself. You actually want to think about videos and content from the viewer's perspective. Having this mindset shift as a YouTuber is one of the most important things you can do, because you're going to make more content that resonates with the people watching it and not making content that just satisfies you selfishly. The second rule is simplify. Focus, combine characters, hop over detours. You'll feel like you're losing valuable stuff, but it sets you free. Now, there's actually a couple different ways you can do this as a YouTuber. First of all, when you are writing out your script, you can start to think about what can you take out that is not going to be valuable to the video itself. And I always ask myself, if I take out this part of the video, is it really going to make a difference, or is it going to be okay and just speed things along quicker? The second way you can do this is inside of your edit. When you're going through your edit, I want you to watch that first draft once you're completely done and see if there are certain moments of the video that feel slow or repetitive. And ultimately, if you can take it out and it doesn't lose any of the story or the value, then you definitely want to do it. Number 3, what is your character good at or comfortable with? Throw the polar opposite at him, challenge him. How does he deal with it? On YouTube, we've seen a rise of challenge videos, and ultimately it's such a great storytelling technique when you are challenging yourself to go beyond and above what you normally could do. And this isn't just for entertainment YouTubers. I still think there is value in using this storytelling concept, even if you have an educational channel. For example, Omar and Kyle shot a really cool video where they were kind of going over the difference between beginner editing and expert editing. And so they decided to set up a challenge. And for 60 minutes, they had a beginner editor go up against our lead editor, Kyle, who is an expert. And it was a really entertaining way that really told a great story, but you learned a lot. And so it was still educational content, but it was done in a fun way that told a really cool story. Number 4 is to come up with your ending before you figure out your middle. Seriously, endings are hard. Get yours working up front. Now, I want you to think about the ending of your video when it comes to the resolution and how things are going to end off in the story, or how you're going to end off the information, but also be thinking about the end of your video and how you can use the transition method. The transition method is super effective, especially for helping you get more views on YouTube, because someone is watching your video, and if you can send them to another one of your videos at the end of it, this is going to be twice as many views if they're watching 2 videos. The 5th rule is to finish your story. Let go, even if it's not perfect. In an ideal world, you have both, but move on and just do better next time. If you find yourself not posting videos, you need to find a way to make this happen and just post. Even if the video is not perfect, just post it anyways. If you look at some of your favorite YouTubers and you go to their very first videos, they actually are not that good. But the reason that they are where they are today is because they got started and they made videos that were not perfect at all. Number 6 is, what's the essence of your story? What's the most economical way of telling it? If you know that, then you can build out from there. This point is so important for YouTubers, because oftentimes when we're making videos, we can just kind of go on a tangent and start talking about stuff that really no one clicked on the video for. And so actually getting clear before you press record, even when you're scripting out, even just bullet points to have that when you are filming, this is going to help you stay on track. So when someone clicks on your video, they actually want to watch all the video and not click off, because what they came for is what they're getting. Number 7, what are the stakes? Give us a reason to root for the character. What happens if he doesn't succeed? And stack the odds against him. Now, I love filmmaking, and I've read quite a few books on storytelling, and one of the common themes that I see people talking about when it comes to storytelling is high stakes, and including that into your story, or in this case, into your YouTube video. Now, a major tip that I think YouTubers need to be doing is including these stakes at the beginning of the video. If you have an informational channel, be asking yourself, if someone doesn't watch this video and if they don't get this advice, what are they missing out on? That could be a way of including the stakes of the video. And obviously there's tons of ways to do this in the entertainment niche. Maybe if you complete the challenge, you get a certain reward. And if you don't complete the challenge, then something bad is going to happen. Maybe you have to eat something gross, or maybe you just have to do something that you really don't want to do. Number 8 is no work is ever wasted. And if it's not working, let go and move on. If it's useful, it'll show up again. As YouTubers, we often come up with a lot of ideas. And one of the traps that I've often fallen into is getting too attached to a certain video idea, or maybe a certain thumbnail or title that I wanted to use for my video. And sometimes I'll share these video ideas with my friends that I really want to do, and they are honest with me and they'll say that they don't love that idea, or they don't think it'll perform as good as I think it will do. And deep down, I know that they are actually right. And I have to let go of that video idea so I don't waste my time just doing this big video that doesn't really get me any views. And I love how it says that no work is ever wasted. When I'm coming up with thumbnails, I often come up with a couple different options, and this just helps me find the best one possible. So I don't see the ones that I made that are really bad as work wasted. I just see it as an opportunity to find the best version possible. Number 9 is actually an exercise, and it says to take the building blocks of a movie that you dislike, how would you rearrange them into what you do like? As a YouTuber, I want you guys to find a video that maybe you clicked on and you just did not like it. It was bad. And I want you to start writing down what would make this video better, and then start to think about the things that made the video boring or made you skip through it, and how can you avoid those mistakes in your own content. Number 10 is putting it on paper only allows you to start fixing it. If a perfect idea stays in your head, you'll never share it with anyone. If I were to reword this for YouTubers, it would be recording your video allows you to start fixing it in the edit. But if a perfect video idea stays in your head, you'll never be able to post it. Editing is so important for YouTube and for storytelling. And if you click on the screen, you can see how big YouTubers actually use editing to make better videos that get a ton of views. And I'll see you guys in the next video.